All right, as per usual, starting off on Pokemon Stadium. And of course, one of the key features of the way that Streakz plays, he's more than happy to take it slow. He's more than happy to slow down the pace. Just take a moment to think about what everything he's doing.
Yeah. And as you can see, we have got the 0-6 hand coming out as well. So yeah, opting to kind of go for that extra bit of speed, as you say, to, you know, really kind of deal with, you know, that game that Streakz is going to be bringing to the fore. Just something to kind of counter the strength and
power and mobility of Wolf, the way he's able to just fly through the air, come down on top of you with these nairs. We're seeing quiK harass quiK with all these neutral airs, packing on all this damage. But here we go, the start of something for quiK.
Yeah, getting that landing into a grab, second grab again, coming out with a down throw. Going to try and follow that up. Does get the dash tech to follow there. Not the hugest amount of percent, but it's something.
Yeah, of course, ZSS Samus grab, kind of interesting in the fact that it's both very high commit and tends to not be too high reward of its raw combo potential, but still, on a character this fast, it is still something that you have to look out for.
Yeah, tech rolling back very nice, as you saw Streakz was looking for the kill with that run-up down smash, but getting out of dodge. quiK going down very, very low.
What a deep edge guard. That was that was sick coming out from quiK right there.
And we kind of saw something similar, you know, using the tether grab just to drop down to that drop zone so quickly to get the back air.
Yeah.
Beautiful from quiK. Very quick, dare I say.
Meanwhile, those Streakz still kind of holding on to the center stage, but quiK finding an opening using that paralyzer shot.
The run-up smash just to get something from that extra. The ball recovery. Streakz not trying to pressure the recovery too much.
Yeah, he knows that off the ledge, generally ZSS Samus is going to want to go off with that flip jump, and so he's kind of spacing himself out, looking for an opportunity to punish that specific option.
Trying to get that scoop, but ZSS Samus was out of there in a flash. Landing with that nair. It's such a good tool to follow up with a lot of his of the rest of his moveset, pretty much.
Yeah, big active move, a lot of active frames on the move, and just on a character with Wolf's air mobility, it is so strong.
Yeah, you really just gotta get in and just continue that pressure up and that forward movement, but just bullying you around the stage left and right.
As said though, Streakz still playing on the back foot. He still needs to take this first stock from quiK. quiK is more than happy to play this game of cat and mouse, but finally catching the landing with that forward tilt.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, like, despite the fact that there is bullying going on, this game is about taking those stocks. It doesn't matter how well you control the stage. If you don't get the big hit you need to take your opponent to the blast zone.
Right, Streakz finding that first opening, down throw into the dash attack. What's the tech chase going to be? Tries to read the roll in, but doesn't quite extend far enough on the pivot grab.
Yeah, I mean, again, right idea, but it's a little bit off on execution.
Once again, every time it's reset to neutral, both these players just kind of taking it at a relatively slow pace. Neither wants to extend too far, because that's just the nature of both these players. So very explosive in the way that they're able to punish.
Yeah, forward tilt coming out, just pushing Streakz to the side. Resetting this once again. Flip kick just being around to keep him a little bit, you know, evasive. Hard to lock that down. That movement's very tough. Run up for the paralyzer shot into the up B. Not enough to take the stock just yet.
Yeah, boost kick from center stage, not going to do it. Wolf is a middleweight character, so not too light, not too heavy, so he will be able to take a couple of those hits here and there, but still got to be careful, especially at 131% now. Good ledge jumping coming out from Streakz once again. Ooh, tries to read a potential spot dodge or evasive option right there, but quiK does not give it to him.
Percentage racking up, but again, it's one of those ones where it's relatively even if we can get a big shot, but as I say that there, side B comes out and is enough at that percentage to take the stock. One stock lead, 98% though, if Streakz can find something just smart enough and big enough, he can get that stock back without too much trouble.
You know, in particular, he's looking for those neutral airs, he's looking for those back airs. The back air in particular, incredibly powerful. Definitely the move that'll get the KO at this percent. You see him going for those full hop back airs, just trying to catch a jump from ZSS.
Definitely, I think that back air is his most popular, one of his most, well, if not the most popular KO move on his kit. Very, very nice. Just you know, seeing the static tech there on the platform, getting that up air underneath, bending further, but
the way that quiK is moving is kind of throwing Streakz off of his regular rhythm. He's not able to get his rising aerials, he's not able to land the mark on his key moves, and as a result, quiK is just playing this war of attrition, gradually dealing that damage bit by bit, not allowing Streakz to get any real momentum, but the two-frame with that forward tilt slashing through the ledge.
Very good timing there. He definitely knows what he's doing in that regard. Is finding that moment, seeing the way that quiK is timing his recovery up there, and just catching when he needed. Very crucial point. He needed that stop.
One thing I think that Streakz is going to need to do, he's going to need to kind of occupy that central area, that area above and between the platforms a bit more with those hitboxes, that back air real nice.
Yeah, challenging the flip kick with the nair into a back air to follow up as well, just to really send that message home. Up air, back air again. Nice turn, up B, will probably be no.
No, not just yet. That was such a good kind of misdirection. That was such good misdirection coming out from quiK. He made it. He made Streakz think that he was going to go for the punish on the other direction, and then just goes for the immediate boost kick facing right.
Yeah, and I mean, not enough to stay alive, but unfortunately, Streakz kind of just slightly off the line he wanted to connect to the stage there, so it does fall anyway. So that game one going over to quiK here, opening up that very well. I mean, you were talking about, how, Samus is that little bit slower, so quiK would be bringing out the 0 suit, and you could just see throughout the entirety of that game, the general narrative as it was going was quiK was just ducking, diving left, right, and center, and it was difficult, as you say, for Streakz to really kind of get into his role. He couldn't quite, find his flow in the game and get the hits he needed.
I think potentially what we may see is a pick to somewhere flatter, like Kalos, Town and City, or FD coming out from Streakz, maybe just to get rid of those platforms. But no, instead he's running it back to Pokemon Stadium 2, obviously one of the most neutral stages in the game. But I just feel like quiK was making such good use of those platforms to just kind of play the corners exceptionally well and prevent Streakz from really getting the momentum that he wanted to get.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think sometimes when it comes to runbacks, it's not just immediately about what's the best stage for me, but he knows he can win on this stage. He just really wants to kind of he feels it's not, even despite losing, it's not an inherently bad stage for him to be on.
Oh, absolutely. Good call out with the rising fair right there.
There we go. Yep. The dash tag into that up tilt again, just to confirm extra percentage. Nice Tech's on the spot and gets punished for it.
Yeah, both these players just so good with their tech chases at the moment, and quiK making such fantastic use of this rising forward air as well to answer Streakz before he's able to get anything out. Excellent pivot grab as well, forcing him off stage.
Going down low with the tether grab, then jumping up with the flip kick, trying to maybe get that spike if possible, but Streakz is getting past that.
Streakz back to the center stage, just trying to look for the opportunity. Really well placed fair, but again, not able to get anything really started.
But chasing so well though, just not just like just choking him down, not letting him breathe, consistently being in his face, just throwing out hitboxes consistently, and it's so difficult for Streakz to find a way in, let alone take it further.
Again, we see quiK just kind of hovering around these platforms, making use of all that aerial space to just kind of get around Streakz, because as good as Wolf's airspeed is, he doesn't have the highest jumps in the world. He has a hard time chasing a space bounty hunter with her giant moon-sized flips.
Yeah. You can see just the speed from both players is scary, but quiK is always on that positive end of every single one of these exchanges. Still not losing that first stock either.
Again, with the way that quiK is playing, he's playing with such fantastic awareness of Streakz' KO options. He's just playing around that back air, that neutral end of the ledge. He's playing around the F-tilt so well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's hard enough to land as it is, I find, but then when someone's moving as well and as kind of intelligently as quiK is right now, I think that's definitely one of the things I would say. Like, quiK is definitely an incredibly intelligent player.
Yes. And that's kind of what comes when you've been playing this game for so many years, but finally scratching at those legs with that up air.
Yep. Turn around with the boost kick once again, once more not taking that similar position to last time, goes to the side B just to kind of push something, parries just to get back on the stage. Keeps himself a little bit safe, now resetting once more, and quiK is into this zone once again where he can just move around at his leisure, and it's up to Streakz at this point to break the wall.
Streakz just having a real hard time in doing so. 136%, almost losing that stock to the side B. The plasma whip not doing it just yet.
Yeah, double dash attack. Second one doesn't land. Nice usage there of the forward air into the nair, I believe.
All right, finally Streakz with a little bit of momentum, but that forward air, the rising forward air, causing him so many problems at the moment. The way that quiK is not only camping, just evading around these platforms, he's just kind of brute forcing his way back into center with those short hop rising fairs as well.
Yeah, Yeah, nice. Guarded the flip kick.
And again, that short rising fair just doing so much work for quiK, forcing Streakz off stage. What's going to be the option?
Yeah, quiK just waiting very patiently, found the mark.
That was gorgeous. The first hit of the forward air into the back air. That's not a combo that you see too often from ZSS Samus. Very much kind of a Joker string right there, but ZSS still got the moves.
It'll be situational, but you know, when it works, it works.
And my goodness, does it work.
Oh, baby.
Again, that rising forward air. Goes to the tech chase with a down smash. If it hit its mark, that would have been the KO, and that would have allowed Streakz to keep this as close as possible.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, that's the thing. It's even though it was like at the time it was 90%, it's still that's just a strong and low-angled hitbox and knockback.
Yeah.
So that's the most important thing. It's a difficult angle to return from.
And against a light character like ZSS Samus, that was definitely going to be curtains.
Just still needing to find that specific adaptation just to kind of just take away the momentum from quiK. This is moving so well, but gets the recovery nice and easy. Gets back on stage, immediate flip kick there just to kind of cover his tracks. Ooh, no punish. Maybe a little bit too close range. A little bit too fast.
Yeah, every time that Streakz manages to get hit, it's never something substantial. He keeps getting these neutral airs, but when all you're hitting is stale neutral airs, you're not going to be able to get the KO. ZSS living to 152 versus a powerhouse like Wolf, definitely not something that you see every day.
Yeah, absolutely. And just needing to find that one important hit. And
that one forward tilt, that one grab to get the back throw.
Yeah.
quiK is just not allowing it to happen. All these flip jumps across these platforms, all of these airs, just not allowing.
Find the moment. He saw it was coming and managed to intercept in the correct way and tears that stock away.
Very similar to the first stock, but now 88% deficit. Streakz has quite a mountain to climb, and he's running out of time as well. Only 1 minute 40 left on the clock. This has been a very, very slow-paced game, and quiK is more than happy to continue playing at that slow pace.
I mean, again, once more, the onus is on Streakz to make something happen. And you know, the further he pushes, the easier it is for quiK just to turn the screws.
Again, he's having a hard time punishing these rising fairs as well. They're not fully safe, but they're coming at angles and positions where Streakz simply isn't ready.
Yeah, nice shield into up B, out of shield. The boost kick there, not again far side of the stage. The lowest percent we've seen that before, not KOing, but quiK is going to be looking to get this finished fairly shortly if possible. He'll be seemingly happy to run down the clock just in case.
Yes. Just the way that quiK is playing, he's just kind of coaxing Streakz into the corners and then just evading back to center stage where he can establish control. Less than 1 minute left on the clock. Streakz needs to make some magic happen if he wants to take this game.
Rolls in. Both players whipped what they need to do. Node from Chase there on the rollback. Gets a forward air out of that one, but not anything from it. Sadly, there's the parry into jab.
Conservative punish, doesn't want to overextend. Knows that he needs to take everything that he can if he wants to win this game. 70 to 147 with less than 30 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, this is going to be really, really hard now for Streakz, rather. Just to look him down, the side B comes out though, putting a little bit too far, and that will be the game.
Yes,
2-0.
Only 20 seconds left on the clock. Streakz kind of needed to press his advantage. He really needed to go in right there, but quiK simply wasn't allowing it. He was constricting everything.
Yeah, and it must be really frustrating as well for Streakz, is to be like trying to find the window of opportunity he has to get in and pressurize his opponent. It's, you know, when someone's moving so far, like so slippery, and you're getting so close, but it's not ever close enough, and you know that's just not good enough in a game like this. So, you know, it must be one of those things like, what can I do to stop this? You know, he managing to get those hits here and there, you know, the up airs coming out, intercepting, you know, the more trickier of the movement options is good, but, you know, it's not consistent enough to really have the advantage in a matchup like this.
Yeah, well, I definitely really think that a change of stage would benefit Streakz right here. But again, he's going back to PS2. He was showing signs of life. He was showing adaptation for the last half of that game versus ZSS Samus. You know, he was, as you said, intercepting with those up airs versus the flip jumps. But again, just having all that space as well as the placement of those platforms was really, really critical in the way that quiK was able to execute his game plan.
Yeah. I mean, there's something to be said, you know, for like a player's stubbornness as well. You're talking about this stage changing. Maybe it's like, you know, I know I can do this. I want to just, you know, grind this one out. It's important for me to be able to overcome this hurdle because it's going to mean so much more in the longer run. In the long run, rather.
When you're 0-2 down versus one of the strongest players in Europe, is now the time and place to be trying that out. Maybe if you had a little bit more momentum on your side, I could understand, but it's a little bit of a tricky situation. We don't know what's going on in these players' heads.
Absolutely, yeah.
They're up there and we're over here.
Yeah. And they're trying to express it as best they can in the game.
Yes.
But, you know, maybe there's something that Streakz just knows he has available, you know, somewhere in that game plan. Gets that, you know, that falling fair into there, but nothing from that afterwards. His neutral is doing really good. Nice grab there, gets a forward throw, tries to go for a flip jump, gets caught by the side B there from Streakz. That's a big percentage.
A wolf flash, not even the sweet spot. I don't think that would, actually no, it might have been the sweet spot to keep him like on the ground, but who knows? Not the strongest hitbox, but still very, very powerful.
Again, that drop zone's so scary because the up B, that's going to be enough to take it. Punishing the overextension from quiK there.
Yeah. Streakz just dipping a little bit lower that time, but the there into the boost kick, taking Streakz stock out immediately, and that's completely different to how the past games have played. Whenever quiK got a stock, he kept hold of it for quite some time, but Streakz here...
Another one. Yeah.
Streakz here losing that stock immediately, but still maintaining this lead nonetheless.
Yeah, I think this is the thing. He's definitely like pushing that a lot further, just seeing what he can do in as safe a way as possible. I mean, getting a little bit more aggressive can sometimes put a bit more pressure on those, you know, over evasive players. You know, they can't evade forever, can they? That's the question you have to ask.
Yeah.
You know. And I feel that quiK as well has maybe been being a little bit more aggressive himself because he is 2-0 up and he has been showing that, you know, his defensive ability is so far, you know, getting him these victories. So, you know, as we saw, overextension, and that's the moment that Streakz is getting to get the punishes in.
Yeah. That's the kind of player Streakz is. He just loves to fight against players that love to go for the overextension.
Oh my God!
Runs all the way in and gets the rage boost kick.
Just run up and just do it, why not? Again, this is where the aggression and the punishment is coming back to kind of bite Streakz in the arse now, and he needs to like just calm down again, to try and find what he had in the beginning of this match.
But all that lead just evaporating for Streakz, and now potentially on his winner's side stock if he doesn't make some magic happen here. Oh, a great blaster shot, but still maintaining that double jump, and another nair, forcing quiK off stage.
Can't quite find those two frames either when trying to get this connection. The arc of the flip jump is specifically like the annoying thing, isn't it? It's just kind of it's
so variable for Zero Suit Samus. She has a lot of flexibility in terms of where she can play that. Dying to forward air off the top at 190.
I mean, manages to hold on to not too much damage taken from that one there. So, you know. Not as difficult a deficit as it has been in the past during this set.
Again, just quiK, just doing such a good job calling out Streakz' jumps, preventing him from getting his offense started, but finally, Streakz landing in there, but getting nothing off of it.
Yeah, and, you know, holding his shield too long, easy punish there, but another run up, B is going to be it, it's going to be it, 3 boost kicks will be the 3-0 for quiK over Streakz.
Absolute control at the end of